Before we start with our top 10 list, please subscribe, like, share and turn on the notification bell for the next amazing video. Okay, let us start. In number 10, we have Angkor Wat, which is located in Siem Reap, Cambodia. At the center of the temple stands a quincunx of 4 towers surrounding a central spire that rises to a height of 65 meters or 213 feet above the ground. The temple has 3 rectangular galleries, each raised above the next. Angkor Wat combines 2 basic plans of Khmer temple architecture, the Temple Mountain, and the later galleried temple. It is designed to represent Mount Meru, home of the Devas in Hindu and Buddhist cosmology. As you can see, the temple is a good resemblance of a mountain. Unlike most Angkorian temples, Angkor Wat is oriented to the west. Scholars are divided as to the significance of this. The temple is admired for the grandeur and harmony of its architecture, extensive bas-reliefs, and statues of Buddhas and Devas that adorn its walls. Number 9, we have St. Basil Cathedral, which is found in Moscow, Russia. The original building is known as Trinity Church and later Trinity Cathedral, contained 8 chapels arranged around a 9th, central chapel dedicated to the intercession. A 10th chapel was erected in 1588 over the grave of the venerated local St. Basil. In the 16th and 17th centuries, the church, perceived as with all churches in Byzantine Christianity, as the earthly symbol of the heavenly city, was popularly known as the Jerusalem and served as an allegory of the Jerusalem Temple in the annual Palm Sunday parade attended by the Patriarch of Moscow and the Tsar. In number 8, we have Louvre Museum at Paris, France. The museum is housed in the Louvre Palace, originally built in the late 12th to 13th century under Philip II. Remnants of the medieval Louvre fortress are visible in the basement of the museum. Due to urban expansion, the fortress eventually lost its defensive function, and in 1546 Francis I converted it into the primary residence of the French kings. The building was extended many times to form the present Louvre Palace. In 1682, Louis XIV chose the Palace of Versailles for his household, leaving the Louvre primarily as a place to display the royal collection, including, from 1692, a collection of ancient Greek and Roman sculpture. In 1692, the building was occupied by the Académie des Inscriptions et Belles Lettres, and the Académie Royale de Peinture et de Sculpture, which in 1699 held the first of a series of salons. The Academy remained at the Louvre for 100 years. During the French Revolution, the National Assembly decreed that the Louvre should be used as a museum to display the nation's masterpieces. In number 7, we have Dome of the Rock. I know when you hear The Rock you are thinking of The Rock from wrestling, but no, this is a temple that is found in Jerusalem. Its architecture and mosaics were patterned after nearby Byzantine churches and palaces, although its outside appearance has been significantly changed in the Ottoman period and again in the modern period, notably with the addition of the gold-plated roof in 1959 to 1961 and again in 1990. 1. The octagonal plan of the structure may have been influenced by the Byzantine Church of the Seat of Mary, also known as Kathisma in Greek and in Arabic, built between 451 and 458 on the road between Jerusalem and Bethlehem. In number 6, we have the most famous temple, Taj Mahal. It is located in India. Construction of the temple was essentially completed in 1643, but work continued on other phases of the project for another 10 years. The Taj Mahal complex is believed to have been completed in its entirety in 1653 at a cost estimated at the time to be around 32 million rupees, which in 2020 would be approximately 70 billion rupees, about $956 million US. The construction project employed some 20,000 artisans under the guidance of a board of architects led by the court architect to the emperor, Ustad Ahmad Lahori. The Taj Mahal was designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1983 for being the jewel of Muslim art in India, and one of the universally admired masterpieces of the world's heritage. It is regarded by many as the best example of Mughal architecture and a symbol of India's rich history. The Taj Mahal attracts 7 to 8 million visitors a year. In number 5, we have the Blue Mosque in Istanbul, Turkey. The Blue Mosque has 5 main domes, 6 minarets, and 8 secondary domes. The design is the culmination of 2 centuries of Ottoman mosque development. It incorporates many Byzantine elements of the neighboring Hagia Sophia with traditional Islamic architecture, and is considered to be the last great mosque of the classical period. This mosque gets 4 to 5 million visitors a year. In number 4 we have Marina Bay Sands in Singapore. The building, and its surrounds was originally set to open in 2009, but its construction faced slight delays caused by escalating costs of material and labor shortages, aggravated from the global financial crisis at the time. This pressured Las Vegas Sands to delay its projects elsewhere to complete the integrated resort within considerable time. It ultimately decided to open the integrated resort in stages, which was approved by the Singaporean government. The building has the height of 200 meters. For its beauty it gets 45 million visitors in a year. In number 3 we have famous Burj Khalifa in Dubai. This is the tallest building on earth, standing 828 meters high. Just look at the building, it's like a spear pointing towards the heavens. Such a beauty cannot go unrecognized. Critical reception to Burj Khalifa has been generally positive, and the building has received many awards. Burj Khalifa was designed by Adrian Smith, of Skidmore, Owings and Merrill, whose firm designed the Willis Tower and One World Trade Center. These guys are the best. In number 2 we have the Lotus Temple in Delhi, India. This temple was built in the resemblance of a flower, as you can see, that it really looks like a blooming flower. On January 1st the temple was opened to the public and more than 10,000 people visited that first day. Well, that's his extraordinary work. Before our number 1 building, please subscribe, like and share this video to your friends and comments on which building was your favorite. For number 1 we have the gold-looking Shwedagon Pagoda in Yangon, Myanmar. According to tradition, the Shwedagon Pagoda was constructed more than 2,500 years ago, which would make it the oldest Buddhist stupa in the world, but its beauty still remains even today. This temple is 99 meters tall. Don't forget that beauty always comes with a cost. For this temple it is estimated that its crown costs $3 billion, and that's roughly 5% of Myanmar's annual GDP. That is a lot of money for a single temple if you think about it. It is also estimated that the total amount of gold in this temple can reach up to 60 tons. This is my favorite building on this list. Comment by your favorite on the comment section, and please do not forget to like, subscribe and share.